Let's say you just receive your annual bonus or your performance bonus or your variable commission, and it's a huge lump sum payout. So you have this question: should I invest everything now, or should I spread it out and invest across tranches? I think it sounds simple, but I want to answer it properly today because underneath that question is something most people don't realize they are actually asking. Because sometimes it's really not about timing, it's about how to make a good decision when you're suddenly sitting on more money than usual, and every part of you is afraid of getting it wrong. So let's go through this properly, what the data says, the trap that most people fall into, and exactly how I would do it if I were in your shoes right now. Let's get the honest answer out of the way first. What does the data actually say for lump sum investing versus DCA? In fact, lump sum investing beats DCA roughly 2/3 of the time. That is from Vanguard's research across decades of international market data. To be exact, lump sum beats DCA 68% of the time. And if you want to know the reason why, it is quite straightforward. Markets tend to go up over time. So if you delay getting your money in, your cash will spend more time sitting on the sidelines than in the market. And as we all know, time in the market is better than timing the market. And that's a key info. So based purely on numbers, if your finances are in order and you're a long-term investor, the data says that you should put your bonus right now, immediately, lump sum. But here's the part most people skip over. Even when lump sum loses to spreading it out, the difference is actually quite small. A few percentage points over 10 years. It is not life-changing. And in fact, I have already demonstrated this through my Kofi calculator, where I just sketch out the lump sum versus DCA argument. But you know what's life-changing? Putting your entire bonus in and watching it drop 15% in the first month. So you will panic, you will pull everything out. The single decision can cost you far more than any timing difference ever would. So the real question isn't which method wins on the spreadsheet. The real question is which method keeps you invested long enough to actually benefit. And can you survive the dip? Can you survive the market crash? Can you really 活下去 and invest for the long term? So if you're new here, my name is Chris, an ex-chartered accountant, now personal finance YouTuber, and you can follow me at sghoneymoney. But I want to talk about foundation first. Before we even talk about investing the bonus, I want to be direct about the question on should I invest my bonus now? Because that only makes sense if your financial foundation is already in place. And if it isn't, the answer is simple. You will need to sort out your foundation first. And here's a checklist that I will run through before touching any bonus for investing. Number one, you need to look at hospitalization insurance and medical coverage. Do you have a MediShield life plan with decent integrated shield plan on top of it? If not, I think this will come before everything else. One unplanned hospital stay without proper coverage can wipe out years of investing gains overnight. And in Singapore, we are lucky that the base costs are manageable, but restructured ward bills and specialty fees add up really fast. So you need to get covered at least in the medical space first. Secondly, 6 months of expenses in cash for emergency fund. These funds are not invested, not in a fixed deposit that you can't touch quickly. It is sitting in a liquid savings account. It is highly accessible. It is boring. It is safe. It can even generate no returns. And for most salaried Singaporeans, that work out to be around $15,000 to $30,000, depending on your lifestyle. Now, this is the buffer that lets you hold through a 40% market crash without being forced to sell any of your market positions. And without it, every market downturn becomes a genuine threat to your plan. Third, you will need to clear any high interest debts. So personal loans above 5%, in my opinion, is considered quite high interest, and outstanding credit card balances that you are paying interest on. You need to pay all this off before you invest a single dollar, because a guaranteed 5% return from eliminating debt beats an uncertain market return every time, and there's no risk attached. And you'll realize that once all these three foundations are settled, then we talk about investing the bonus. Now, after setting up the defenses in your foundation, you may still face the dilemma of whether it's a good time to invest. And you're afraid that once you invest, then the market starts crashing. Because I assure you, this is what everybody will feel. Like, I invest already, then market drop. Where I sell already, then market show up. So I want to quickly share something that's been useful to me when I'm about to make a larger investment decision. Whenever I'm sitting on the lump sum and thinking about where to deploy it, the first thing I want is context. What is the market environment right now? what are investors actually paying attention to this week. And I do not want just hot takes or doom headlines. I want a clean, factual read on the situation. So here is how SmartClaw by uSMART works exactly for this. There's an AI assistant built inside the uSMART mobile app. I will open it and ask something like, what are investors watching this week? Or summarize what's happening in the US market right now. And within a minute, I have a structured, readable answer without having to piece together from 5 different news sources. If I'm thinking about a specific company or sector, I can ask, what are the key risks here? And get the main points surfaced quickly. And this is the first layer of research done faster, which is honestly what most of us need when we are busy with a full-time job and trying to make a thoughtful decision with our bonus. Now, one thing I want to be clear about, SmartClaw helps you understand and research faster, but it does not tell you what to buy. The ultimate decision is still yours. And that's exactly how it should be. And if you want to try it, sign up for a uSMART account using my special link or scan the QR code right here to try out SmartClaw today. Now let's talk about the framework, because once the foundation is settled, what do you actually do with the bonus, the cash, the lump sum? And here's how I think about it. If you can handle the psychology of a short-term drop, you should deploy it all right now. Now, I'm not saying based on feelings. I'm saying based on data and factual statistics. The market will trend upward over time, and every month, the cash that is sitting in the sidelines is not compounding. You are not getting it back. The idle cash has a real cost, and that's roughly 7% a year in foregone returns if you invested those funds in a market index fund. This is not about theory, this is about money leaving your future self's pocket every single month that you wait for the crash to come. That may never come. If you genuinely cannot stomach watching a lump sum drop immediately after you invest it, there is a middle path, okay? You split it into 3 equal portions across 3 consecutive months. Now, why do that? It's not because it performs better on paper. It usually doesn't. This is like a RSPDCA. But because the best investment strategy is the one that you can actually stick to. If spreading the lump sum out is the difference between staying invested and panic selling, then spread it out. Always choose the strategy that helps you stay invested for the long term. But there is one rule if you go through this route. Decide the schedule before you start. 3 months, 3 equal amounts automatic. No adjustments based on what the market does in between. And once you set the system up, don't go and meddle with it. Because if you leave it open-ended and you tell yourself every month, you will go and decide again manually. This is where the paralysis loop weeds, because you always find a reason to wait one more month and you keep waiting, and you may think that you are waiting for a right time. But here is what you should never do. Leave the bonus sitting in your current account earning 0.05% while you wait for the right moment, okay? The moment does not exist. The market will always look scary, always looks too expensive, always at all-time high, and uncertain if you look hard enough for reasons to wait. And these are what some people are waiting for, the crash to buy. Now, I want to cover something about why this is actually a mindset problem. Most people, they ask, should I invest now or wait? They already know the answer intellectually. Like I said, the data already supports that buying now, buying lump sum, always win over DCA and waiting for a crash buying. They have read enough, they have watched enough videos, they have followed through finance content to know that time in the market beats timing the market. But knowing something and feeling safe enough to act on it are completely different things. And the reason most salaried Singaporeans, they fall into the paralysis loop is not ignorance. They already know the knowledge already. But these people haven't built the foundation that makes the volatility feels manageable. Imagine when your emergency fund is not settled yet. You don't have your 6 months cash flow. A 20% market drop is not just a number on the screen. Even though it's red, it is a genuine threat because you might actually need that money. And when you carry that high interest debt, every dollar in the market feels fragile. Like the stock market loss is really bad, and worse still, you're still paying interest on it. And when you don't have proper hospitalization coverage, one medical event can force you to sell at the worst possible time just to tide over the health crisis. So you need to remove the vulnerabilities first. You cut the negative first. Then suddenly the same market volatility looks completely different. A 30% drop becomes something that you can hold through, that you can afford to wait and ride it out because you know that you won't be forced to sell. Now, once you remove that feeling to force to sell, your mindset becomes very different. Your monthly RSP, regular savings plan, will keep running automatically right after your salary comes in, and regardless of how the market or what the market is doing. So there's no forced decisions. There's only systems and automation, things that make you like a robot in investing rather than human emotions. And when there are no forced decisions, the volatility stops being scary. It just becomes part of the process. And this is the whole system. You build the foundation first. Once your foundation is solidified, then you automate the monthly investing like a system. You deploy the lump sum when they arrive, like your salary or your bonus. Then protect yourself from your own mind by not leaving yourself with the decisions to make in the middle of a downturn. And this is very common because temperament beats intelligence in investing every single time. A smart person may be a very bad investor just because he cannot handle the emotions during a market crash. So, to actually answer your question, should you invest your bonus as a lump sum or spread it out to DCA or RSP? I think firstly, you need to run the checklist first. Hospitalization coverage is sorted out. Your 6 months of expenses in cash as emergency funds. This one, no negotiation. You should do it regardless. And finally, no high interest debt outstanding. Otherwise, it's better off not investing and just paying down the debt. So if all three are done, you should deploy your bonus now. And the data is on your side to support it. So if the psychology feels a bit too uncomfortable, you can look at 3 months DCA, equal portions, fixed schedule, no adjustments, just stick to it. All right, divide it into 3 portions. And if any of the 3 checklist items are not settled yet, use the bonus to fix that first. Whether that is for your emergency fund, or your hospitalization coverage, or you're paying off high interest debts. This is what I call investing because you need to settle your defenses before you go for that offense. And this foundation is more important than ever. Now, you see, the hardest part of this whole thing is that you already know the right answer. And many of you already know the answer before you watch this video. But the hardest part is to build the system and the conviction to act on it when the money is sitting right there and the market looks uncertain, especially at all-time high right now, and everything looks overvalued. This is what separates people who actually build wealth over time and invested long time in the markets compared to people who are always waiting for a crash to start buying at the low. So yes, if you forgot everything I say, here's the highlight. Number 1, lump sum always beat DCA 68% of the time. And if you want my calculator, you can download it for free on my coffee shop. And number 2, you can go and ask uSMART whether now is a good time to invest. But don't take it as financial advice, it's just a guidance thing. And number 3, most importantly, build your financial foundation first, whether it's hospital coverage, emergency fund, or high interest debt. Make sure your foundations are settled, then you think about the full investing system. Because once your defenses are fully defense, 100% ready, then you can go all out offense like lump sum investing. And if you like anything that I said today, remember to subscribe to this channel. And if you want to check out lump sum versus DCA versus crash buy, I already done up a full video to explain these 3 strategies, which one is the best, based on statistics, calculation, and past history. Check it out right here.